morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Homely665. Welcome back to the channel. What I have for you guys today is a few things I picked up at Ollie's a few weeks ago. Ollie's, if you're not familiar with it, is a bargain kind of closeout chain. Maybe similar to Ross or something like that, if you've got that in the area. But this is the Lanard Huntsman series. These blasters, a couple of the other ones you may have seen, I picked up 3 of them. There was a 4th one I didn't get. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up somewhere along the line. But this Lanard Huntsman series, there's one that's labeled, I think, as 50 cal. But I'm going to start here with the Echo 1, sort of a pistol blaster. And when I first saw this, I wasn't exactly sure what it reminded me of, and then I realized it's a pump action pistol. It's got an air bladder in it, which I'm going to attack and kind of see what it is and what it can do. Picked up a couple of these, got another one I'm sending to a buddy who kind of likes air blasters a little bit. But I want to try get these darts out and see kind of what it will do with the darts it comes with. And then I've got my dart sack over here to the side, and I've got some official Nerf darts. I've got some Raytheons. I've got some Mongoose Jakes for size pros there. Various things. We'll try some of those out and kind of see how they do. This is kind of a different looking dart. It's got a head shaped almost like a sticky, but then not. So put that little thing on there. Not really hearing the OPRV. It says pump 6 times on the box, and that was about 12 or 15, but really? Oh, okay, there we go. That was a decent little pop. Have to see how that does when you plug it and play with it a little bit. Got a Raytheon waffle here. That fits in there decently well. Sticks out a little bit more. Fair. For size pro. Had a little more funk to it, and throw in a Battle Camo Elite there. And a Rebel dart. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not going to set the world on fire like it is. Maybe, you know, plug the OPRV. Play with the pump a little bit. You know, it's probably not going to be a Gen 1 Panther, but you never know. But that's the Echo 1 Lanard Huntsman. But Ollie's was advertising that they had bought out a closing toy store Oh, I forgot that this had that pistol with it. Got the MXM 18 slide action pistol blaster, and we've got the MXM 018 boomstick. I'm a little bit dubious on the boomstick. I figure this is going to be quite a bit like the Eliminator from Zuru in their bug attack line. It ratchets a bit. What am I missing here? Load darts. Pull back, push forward. Okay, hey. There we go. So, yeah, I was kind of hoping when I first saw this, and then I got to looking at it, and I didn't figure it would be. Just saw a couple of videos that came from across the pond over in Britain. I think the Lanard boomstick over there shoots something that's kind of close to a mega dart. And I'd kind of like to see how that does, and how well that performs. But yeah, this is a little bit different than the Eliminator from Zuru or X-Shot or whatever, because with it, you pull back and you fire, and it alternates between the barrels. This, you pull back and you push forward, and it does one barrel at a time. But it's got a decent little punch to it. Grab a couple of Raytheons. Now, if this has the same mechanism inside, kind of a revolving turret, it wouldn't be too terrible to shoot two at once. I mean, it's got the same form factor, which, I mean, it's a nice little kind of last ditch kind of blaster up close. Might take K26. Did pretty good with that Precise Pro. And grab a couple of elites here. See how they do. That's pretty fair. Kind of close to what the Eliminator does stock. You know, it's not the somewhat mega shooting boomstick that they've got over in Europe, but it's fun. It's got a nice form factor to it. Like I said, it'd make a fun little last ditch HVZ blaster or something. And now let us free the Auto Scout. Slide action Auto Scout. And it's got a clip that indexes through. Let's operate the slide. It's not bad. Got a Raytheon waffle. And we got a Precise Pro. Here, come here, you. Get an elite dart on there. And we'll do a USB sticky with this one. Like I said, it's my dart sack. Oh, that was pitiful on that Raytheon waffle. That's pretty pitiful. That's Precise Pro. Did alright with the Elite. And the Busby Sticky was okay. This thing's not going to set the world on fire. Might be like Jolt Performance or something. Oh man. This is about the best I can do, but look at how small the aperture coming from your plunger tube into that is. It can't have a very big plunger tube just from the look of it anyway, but it's a very, very small thing coming into where the dart is. This may be worth playing with and kind of seeing what I can do. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it might be fun. The grip is fairly decent. Got that auto indexing clip. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. This isn't going to beat out a strong arm or desolator. Desolator? Yes, desolator. But it feels fun. It's got the semi-automatic pistol look to it. It's a fairly nice looking little blaster. Might be fun to play with. See what I can do to expand that. But that was the boomstick and the slide action auto scout in those packages. Alright, we're back, and last but certainly not least, got the Super Bolt Action Huntsman 50. Now this is the one that a lot of people are wanting, a lot of people seem to be trying to pick up, and if nothing else, I believe it's because of the shell. This has a shell that looks kind of sniper rifle-ish, at the very least hunting rifle-ish. Okay. Barrel comes off relatively easily. And it's got some instructions for left hand or right hand use, but the thing is, I mean, it's like a left-handed person using a right-handed bolt action rifle. There's just so much you can do, and I mean, I do shoot real steel left-handed, so I know the pain. Not particularly thrilled with that bolt release. Looks like that stock comes off somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Ah, there we go. Huh, it just kind of hooks onto the top, pivots down in there. Like that. And it just clicks in. Doesn't particularly hold very sturdily. And the barrel kind of pops on as well, which I kind of like that barrel. I'm gonna wiggle it back off here. Okay, it does have a catch there that helps it wiggle loose, but if you look down that barrel, I don't have to worry about barrel drag very much. I could have swore this came with an extra magazine, but apparently it don't. Let's see. I'm gonna load a Rebel dart and a Raytheon waffle and a Precise Pro, and let's do an AccuFake. We'll load a couple of the Lanard darts. Man, that is sort of disappointing. Shot the AccuFake pretty well. And this isn't getting the performance that a snipe does. It's a little bit cheaper than a snipe, but and we've got our regular Elite Lass. Nothing to write home about, but I mean, for a child's toy, Nerf normally labels. Ooh, that don't sound very good. Sounds like it don't have an AR. Sounds, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to tear into this thing, kind of see what's what. I don't think this will take a regular Nerf mag. I'll check that in a minute, but the way that this thing feeds and whatnot, I don't know. You know, maybe you could do something interesting with that shell. Pull a Hawkeye and cram a stripe in it. That might work. The scope, it don't even have little lines on it. Which, I mean, I know toy scopes are useless, but like it don't even have anything painted on the plastic for you. But most Nerf stuff, if I remember correctly, is rated 8 and up. These are all rated for 6 and up. So, you know, that may be why they're hitting a bit softer. I know that was an issue with some of the last of the newer Boomco stuff. Tends to hit a little bit lighter than the earlier stuff because there was a change there about their age range that they aimed at. And so, you know, they hit a little softer, and since this is aimed at 6 and up, you know, maybe it's made to hit a little bit softer, which The way this primes, I know people say with the Busby snipe, you have to reinforce the bolt quite a bit in order to do much as far as improving the spring load. But the way this does, the snipe actually has a bolt that rotates. This has a hinge, and then you're pulling against, there's a small piece of plastic right there that you're pulling against when you prime. So I don't know, unless you went in there and reinforced that mechanism, that there would be a whole lot that you can do. And I'm seeing quite a few gears in here. Got some gears there and things. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of gears and stuff, and those tend to not do as well when you go to beefing things up beyond what they were originally intended for. So I'm going to go grab a Nerf mag real quick, and we'll see if I can do any good loading anything in it with this. Alright, so I ran and grabbed a 6-clip, 6-round mag. Real quick, I've put a Lanard dart and a Rebel Elite in there, and let's see if there's any doing. Nope. I don't. Huh. Alright, what we have here is failure to communicate. The Lanard clip or magazine only has feed lips up here at the front where the dart is pushed through, which I don't even know how that, my God. I'll have to see if I can watch that thing load. Whereas the Nerf magazine has feed lips along the whole side there. So let me see if I can. My kingdom for a jam door. Okay, that probably shouldn't have happened that way because I hadn't locked the bolt down. Huh. Bolt down. I will tell you, I'm very interested in attempting to take this thing apart. Boy, I don't sound like it's got an AR, but it don't sound like it's got anything at all in it, though. It just, worse than dry fire in a vortex. I don't know what to tell you guys. This one, unless you're looking for a shell to do integrations, probably going to be a hard pass. I mean, it's got a little bit of ammo storage in the back, but it only comes with one magazine, and yeah. Just comes with the one magazine. Doesn't have very much power. I mean, stock is comfortable. It does look neat, but seems to perform like poo. So, not particularly thrilled with the Lanard Huntsman 50 super bolt action my left foot. Claims up to 50-foot ranges. My guess would be this thing would shoot 50 feet downhill with a headwind. Or tailwind, excuse me. I just don't see it shooting 50. I remember the old original N-Strike blasters, reverse plunger. I think they did better than this. This blaster is just thoroughly disappointing. The rest of the lineup that I have, if nothing else, the fun factor in them is there. But with the Huntsman 50 cal, I don't know. It just seems like it wouldn't be as fun to play with. It's going to be a little slower. Seems to perform the worst out of all of them that I tested here today. So, like, I mean, it was $20 at Ollie's. I can't really complain. The 2-pack with the Auto Scout and the boomstick were $15.99. Which, you know, again, those are fun if nothing else, and you know, might be able to take some decent spring upgrades and make some decent little things. And then the air pressured pistol, the Echo 1. You know, it's got a decent little air tank in it. It feels, you know, plug the pump, might get a little something out of it. You're not going to shoot the moon. I severely doubt that it's going to be like a Gen 1 Panther or anything like that, but you know, plugging the OPRV on something like this usually does you a fair amount of improvement. So I think this is going to be the sleeper out of the group, and it was $5 for this by itself. So, you know, again, I don't think this is too bad of a pickup. Air blasters, you know, if you're willing to work with them a little bit, can't hardly go wrong. That Huntsman, I have the feeling that it's got a bunch of gears on the inside and no built-in air restrictor and things like that. I have a feeling that it's going to give me a headache. I will try to get into it and look, see what it's got, see what I might do with it, but I have some severe and sincere doubts. But this has been Homely with a look at the Lanard Huntsman series. Brought out my little dart sack. Tried out some different ammo with them. Everything seemed to fire fine. So, you know, if any of these interest you, look around for them, pick them up, because they're going the way of the dodo bird if they're in an Ollie's. They're going away. Not going to see them again probably. So get out there, hunt them up, pick them up. You know, maybe you can do something fun with that Huntsman shell, crown of strife or a rapid strike in it. But so this has been Homely. Thanks for stopping by. Keep flinging that foam.